always assign the meaning that things are always working in your favor. It's all whatever it is, whatever it looks like. I don't care if it's a negative circumstance that seems negative, that seems like things are going the opposite. Like, it doesn't matter. You always assign the meaning that, oh, it's working in my favor. Oh, that worked out for me perfectly. Oh, I always get exactly what I want. Now that you're here, before we start the video, if you haven't done so already, I would love for you to come and join the free Discord community that I created and to download your free copy of the Manifest Your Dream Life ebook. The link for both of those will be in the description below. Other than that, let's go ahead and get into the video. So with this video, I already know that it's going to be quick because it's really not much for me to say on this, but I just want to remind you that you're the one who's in control of every single thing in your reality. You know this already. But one thing that I feel like we tend to overlook or tend to forget that you are in control of is assigning meaning to everything. You literally assign meaning to every single thing in your reality. So if you're a person who is like, well, what does this mean? What does that mean? This happened, so what does this mean? You assign meaning to it. You're the one who's in control. You have the say so. You're the only one who has a say so in your reality. Other people only have a say so if you allow them to. Nobody has a say so other than you. So there are so many instances, I feel like, where you are faced with a situation, something happens, and then you're like, oh, this happened. What does that mean? Like, what does that mean with my manifestation? It means whatever you think it means. So always assign a positive meaning. Like, I think I have trained myself to do that so much and so well. It's almost hard for me to point out certain examples, but some that just come off the top of my head is like, if you're seeing repeating numbers all the time, what does that mean? This repeating number is following me. What does that mean? What does 222 mean? What does 1111 mean? And then you go look on Google and you try to see what all this stuff means. No. It means whatever you think it means. You can look up the meaning of it online and then it's not going to even apply to you. It's not going to even resonate with you. And then you're going to be sitting there like, but it keeps following me. I don't know what it means. First of all, you're manifesting it. If you keep seeing signs, you're manifesting it. Just know that because you're manifesting everything in your reality. But still, even when you're always manifesting something like repeating numbers, you might as well make it work in your favor. And you can assign it meaning of whatever. Every time you see any repeating number, it implies that you manifest instantly. It's a reminder that everything is working out perfectly for you. It's a reminder that you have everything that you desire right now. Assign it an affirmation. Assign specific numbers in affirmation, Going back to my favorite example of the lime green cars. If y'all have done that and now you have lime green cars in your reality and you're like, I always see lime green cars now. Assign it a meaning, because what does that mean now that I see lime green cars? You're manifesting it for one, but for two, assign it a meaning. Like every time I see lime green cars, that means money's being deposited into my bank account. Every time I see lime green cars, that means money's on the way to me. Every time I see lime green cars, I'm going to find money on the ground. I always find $5 on the ground every time I see a lime green car. Like whatever. Play around with it. Make it fun. Sometimes, you may see your SP's name or your SP's birthday or a song that is relevant to you all, and you walk into a store and the store is playing that song and oh my gosh, what does that mean? For me personally, like anytime I see a SP's name somewhere, I'm like, oh, look at them thinking about me right now. Look at them. I'm on their mind. Clearly I'm on their mind because their name is popping up in my reality and I wasn't even thinking about them. Look at them thinking about me. Like, that's it. You see how simple that is, instead of being like, oh my gosh, I just saw my SP's name and I keep seeing my SP's name everywhere and I don't know what that means. Help me. What does that mean? It means whatever you think it means. For one, you're manifesting it, because if you're highly focused on something and you keep saying that something is popping up for you, or you keep seeing something, your subconscious hears you. Your subconscious understands you. And your subconscious wants to keep giving you more of what you're telling it you're experiencing. Your subconscious is the genie that doesn't have a limited number of wishes. It's an unlimited genie that's giving you exactly what you give it, exactly what you want. Okay. Other things like whatever the situation is, okay, whatever the experience is that happens in your reality, if somebody acts a certain way, if you notice something, like whatever, because I'm not going to lie to y'all, I'm kind of stumped on what could these experiences be? What could the things be in your reality? And you're asking, what does this mean? Whatever it is, because you know what it is. It's your reality, it's your world. You're the one experiencing it. But you know exactly what these situations are or these outcomes. You know what it is. Just hear me. Assign it a meaning that works in your favor. The most important thing that I want to bring to your attention within this video is this. You don't have to ask what something means. What does this mean? This happened, and help me decode it. You're not decoding anything. Remember, you're always manifesting, you're always creating. You are creating every experience, everything that you encounter. So, whatever it is, you don't have to ask, assign it a meaning. You get to decide what all of these things mean. If you are manifesting an SP and y'all are in no contact or they're blocked, and then you get an unknown caller calling your phone, and you're like, what does that mean? It means your SP is calling you from a blocked call, because you're in control and you get to say what it is. You get to decide what everything means. Assign the meaning. I want you to start practicing that, okay? If you are somebody who notices that you're like always trying to figure out what something means, and you're always trying to analyze and decode and figure out the reason why, no, just stop yourself and be mindful and remind yourself, I'm creating this, so I get to decide what this specific thing means, and I'm going to apply this meaning. Always assign the meaning that things are always working in your favor. It's all, whatever it is, whatever it looks like. I don't care if it's a negative circumstance that seems negative, that seems like things are going the opposite. Like, it doesn't matter. You always assign the meaning that, oh, it's working in my favor. Oh, that worked out for me perfectly. Oh, I always get exactly what I want. Because if something opposite is happening in your reality and you're like, ooh, why is this happening? I don't know what's going on. You can either entertain it and engage with it and create more of that thing, or you can step into your power, step into being the creator of your reality and be like, ooh, you know what? Nope. Actually, this is what that means. This means something positive. This means everything is going my way. This means I'm going to get exactly what I want. Another example that I want to give y'all again is with an SP. Like, if you're texting your SP or you're texting a friend or something and they don't respond right away, or it's been hours and they haven't responded back to you, what are you doing in between that time? Like, you are somebody, let's just say you're actively manifesting your SP, right? You are affirming that you are in constant communication with your SP. You text them and it's been 3 hours and they haven't responded back. What are you doing within those 3 hours? Are you sitting there like, what does this mean? Why aren't they texting me back? Oh my God, they're going to ghost me. Like, they are just taking so long to respond back to me. Or are you going to look at that situation and be like, you know what? They're probably taking a nap right now. I'm sure they're just taking a nap. Or they got busy at work. Their hands are tied up at work. What is the meaning that you're assigning to it? Because remember, you're in control of the entire situation. You're in control of your entire experience. So are you going to be the version of you who everything is always working out perfectly for them? Or are you going to be the version of you who is wavering because you see something happening and you're not assigning the meaning to it, that everything works out for you and everything works out perfectly and in your favor? I feel like that's a really, really big one, because pay attention to it. If you are waiting the 3 hours for your SP to respond, and you are thinking thoughts of, oh my gosh, they're going to ghost me again and they're just taking forever, what state of being are you in? What are you repeating? What are you persisting in? What are you implying to your subconscious mind? The simple fact that you don't have what you want. And guess what? Like I said, your subconscious is your little blind bestie that is like, yep, let me give you more of that. Here you go. So you're going to keep experiencing situations where your SP is not responding to you or taking forever, because that's what you're focused on, instead of seeing that, okay, you're aware that they haven't responded in an exact amount of time that you wanted them to. That's okay. I'm always in constant communication with them anyway. They probably just got tied up at work. I'm sure they just got tied up at work. It's okay. And then the beautiful thing, the more magical thing that happens is they end up texting you and they say those exact words. Hey, I'm so sorry, I got tied up at work. And I know, I get it. You've probably been taught like, oh, you can't trust people. Don't believe everything that people tell you. Those are all limitations, because You're the one giving people instructions anyway. What do you mean don't believe what people tell you? You're giving them the instructions. If you believe that people lie to you, then guess what? You're creating the assumption that you have liars in your reality. If you believe that people only tell you the truth, you're creating the assumption that you only get the truth, that you only trust them. They only show you reasons why you should trust them. So remember, this is the thing. This is the most important thing from this entire video. When it comes to you being in your reality and you experiencing whatever it is, whether it's with a person, with money, with a job, a career, whatever it is, whatever happens in your reality that seems the opposite of what you're wanting, of what you're affirming for what you decided on, whatever seems the opposite, instead of asking, what does that mean? Or implying something negative, sit in that moment and find a way to make it positive. Find a way to make any negative circumstance positive, because by you doing that, you step into being the creator of your reality. You take your control back, and you're not being moved by a previous version of yourself who only experienced negativity and things that they didn't want. We're not here to do that anymore. You're here to only have what it is that you desire. You're here to only experience positive and beautiful things that you want. So it is up to you to be mindful in those moments and ask yourself, what version am I being right now? Am I thinking as the version of me who gets everything that I want, who everything is working out perfectly for? Because if not, what do I need to think to be that version? What do I need to think to be the version that no matter what this looks like, I get to assign the meaning to it? Yeah, it looks bad. Yeah, it may seem like it's not working in my favor, but that's an assumption. And I can also assume something else, and I can assume that this is working in my favor. And then guess what? It will prove to you and show you that it is working out in your favor. So I intend that this video made sense. I intend that it, gave you a light bulb moment, that assign positive meaning only. Don't ask what this means. Don't try to figure out what something means. You tell it what it means. You decide on what it means, and always decide that it's working in your favor no matter what. I don't care. No matter what, decide that it's always working in your favor. All right. So like I said, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If you would like any type of assistance, I do have phone, email coaching, and I also have group coaching with my membership. The link for all of that is in the description below. If you watch this video until the end, I appreciate you so much, and I will see y'all in the next video.